What's up, folks? What is going on? Let me move this out the way. We are here to talk about Buckhead Shore, baby. Yes. Now, this is the new show that is a spinoff from none other the Jersey Shore. Now, we have had the Jersey Shore give us countless memories, countless moments for many, many years. But there is a new cast in town, and Buckhead came through, showed up, and showed out. We are 3 episodes in, and it's already a lot going on. And I do mean a lot going on. Let's just see who is in the building. Monique, girl, I'm glad you're here, Monique, because I was just thinking about you last night. You want to know why? I just finished my bottle of Tito's last night, girl. I just finished it. And you already know I'm on a new bottle. Okay. Cool gamer. Hello, darling. How are you, darling? Yes. So, y'all, let's get into this show, Buckhead Shore. These people are not playing around, okay? This is lavish. Now, you know, this group of people have came in already knowing each other. They already got history. They've already been through some things. So they brung it all out these first 2 episodes. We with the tea. What's up, baby girl? You go, girl. That was a whole... Was it only a month? No, it was more than a month, Monique. It was more than a month. I did not go through that in just 1 month. I couldn't have went through a gallon in 1 month. Monique, don't do me like that, girl. I know I would. No. We ain't gonna do that. It was more than a month. Don't do that. No. Well, you know, if I'm chilling with these crew of Buckhead Shore, I probably would, because they know how to turn all the way up. Okay, so let me introduce y'all to this crew, because they are quite the crew. So this is Parker. Okay, now Parker is basically what it goes around, because he has made everyone come together, because he knows everybody. Now, Parker is the son of the Chicken King. I like to say the Chicken Man, whatever, because his family owns Zaxby's. Okay, and it's one of the best, popular chicken fast food franchise that is out there. But I have not been there, because I don't think there is one in Grand Rapids, Michigan. So, Parker, tell your people to get one in Grand Rapids, Michigan, so I can talk about that too. Okay. Now, even though Parker is a chicken king, the first episode, he made chicken, right? And the crew wasn't feeling the chicken. They said it was dry. They said it was this and that. They wasn't really feeling it. But I feel like now Parker may have learned how to get his stuff going. Hey, Kamisha Reviews. Mama Love in the building. Yes. Yes, please get them likes up. Please like as you come in. You know what's good. And that's my homegirl, my mentor, Kamisha Reviews. Make sure you following her too, YouTube and IG, okay? Because she's trying to get that IG popping just like her YouTube is popping. And I'm trying to get my YouTube popping just like my IG is popping. So get it what it is, okay? Yes, so like I was saying, so Parker goes around Parker, okay? Now this is DJ Simmons. He is the son of a very well-known producer as well. He is the son of Daryl Simmons, who has worked with countless people, I believe Babyface, Mariah Carey, all that stuff. So he knows what's going on. Yes, and they also have another friend that they are very cool with that you see in the picture here, which is Pat. And Pat is just a cool dude and just likes to be where he is. And he's just dope too. He's cool. And so we also have, let me just show you who else. This is Adamo. And he is just so cool and precious as he looks. But Adamo is a stripper, okay? He is a gay stripper. Happy belated Pride Month. But Adamo is so cute. Look at him. You would not believe that he be getting them stripper clothes, putting on them Speedos, and getting on the bar and dropping it like it's hot. Yes, yes, he does that. Don't get it twisted, okay? And then we have the beautiful Chelsea. Now, she says that she ain't here for a long time, but she is here for a good time. And that is what's up. Go ahead, girl. You look good in your dress, girl. I ain't mad at you. And who else do we have? We have Juju. Now, Juju is like really, really cool. And he happens to be the son of Magic City, the strip club that was established in 1985. Can you hear me? Yes, that is his thing. He hopes to take over and all of that good stuff. Who else do we have? I want to save the last three for last because, child, that is a whole entire thing, let me tell you. Then we have the gorgeous Pathania. Now, she is beautiful. She is Ethiopian, and her mom's Ethiopian, and I believe her father is, I want to say Jamaican. I could be wrong, but she is all types of gorgeous. Yes, honey. Yes, yes, yes. And the last two to introduce, honey child, it's a whole thing. So first of all, this is Katie, okay, the blonde bombshell. Now, shout out to Katie because she reached out to me and we got to talking about the show. And, she's going to be letting me know what's going on with some pics and all of that stuff. So hopefully we will have a great relationship. And maybe hopefully I will interview her at the end of the season if she is so willing. And so last but not least, we have Sav, short for Savannah, but she would love to be called Sav, if you will. Now, let me tell you the kicker of all kickers, okay? The thing that is about this group the most is that there is a whole entire I love you too cold. Woo, woo. Hey, girl, hey. Yes, so the kicker of all kickers of this show right here is these three. Now, let me set it up for you nice and smooth, okay? So we have Parker, the guy that you see our back turn that you met, whose family owns Zaxby's. Not to mention, just real quick, this is their lake house that they are in. Ain't that a bad place right there? Yes. Now this has been in his family for 25 years. And he goes to the lake house every summer and he brings his crew every summer. It may be different people, I don't know. And they just kick it and have a good time. That's where he feels best. That's where his seance is. That's where he feels like himself, is at the lake house. And how can you not in this place? I mean, look at it. That's what Zaxby's pays for. Okay, Zaxby must be doing real good. It's been in the family for 25 years too. It's got to be doing what it's got to be doing. So anyway, back to what we were all talking about. This here is the love triangle, or used to be the love triangle, or maybe again, let me set it up for you, like I said. So this is Parker with his back turned, and Katie, the blonde bombshell that I told you about. Big ups to Katie once more. Parker and Katie used to date off and on for 4 years. 4 years. They really loved each other. They went through a lot together, and she has been there for him through. He had a car accident. He has been there for her when her mother passed. So they have a lot of history going on. So it has been really deep between them. They probably thought they'd get married. You know how love is. When you're together that long, you start thinking about stuff like that. Okay. Yes, you do. So they have been dating for 4 years, once upon a time, and they broke up. Okay. They broke up. Once after they broke up, Parker started dating Savannah right here. And the thing about everything was going good. Everything was happy, collective. They were getting along. They were just, everything together, because for Savannah, she was in a relationship for 7 years prior to Parker, and they were going to get married and all of that jazz, and he suddenly passed away. She didn't get into how, but it's still emotional for her. Okay. So she hasn't been in love or felt that way she has about anyone since her late boyfriend, fiance. And now Parker comes along and she starts feeling like she has felt with her past fiance. And this is the first time. So this meant something for her and Parker very, very deeply. The only thing with Parker is, he likes to get revenge, obviously. So what had happened was Parker and Savannah, Sav, got into it, and he decided to get revenge. And how did he get revenge? He got revenge by going and sleeping with Katie, the ex. Yes, like, where do they do that at? Everywhere, a lot of places. But come on, Parker, what is you thinking, boo? No. So yes, so I don't know the context. They haven't got into why they had that argument or why he felt the need to go above and beyond to go back and sleep with Katie. Like, what is you thinking? That is not how you should be rolling, Parker. Come on now. So he thought he was probably going to get away with it because obviously this is some type of his MO. He has also done this to Katie. So Katie realized once upon a time they got into it. He went and slept with the girlfriend before her. So this is what he do, honey. And I'm like, come on, Parker, we ain't going to do this. We are not going to do this. So then here's what he did not expect to happen. Katie, she decided before, I'm sure when everything was together, everyone's about to get ready to get packing and go to the lakeshore, she decided to put in a group text, just her, Parker, and Sav. Now, I don't even know how she got Sav's number. That's a whole nother thing I don't know about, because her and Sav weren't friends, I don't think, before this, but she had her number some way, somehow. And she put in a group text, just all three of them, that Parker and her had slept together, just like recently. And it just blew everyone's mind. So that is why in the first episode, everyone was there except Sav. She didn't show up until the second episode. And she was really second guessing whether or not she should. But Parker, of course, after everything is all said and done, he wanted to get her back and woo her over. And he said that he will pay for her to get here. He just wanted her there. So that is what happened. She ends up coming and everything just happens. Child, it happens. So she got there at the end of the second episode. So last night's episode, she arrives and everything seems a little bit awkward. Of course it's awkward because it's the big elephant in the room. And so it gets a little heated. And it's all Parker's fault because I don't know if he was trying to be funny, but he gonna say, can we address the elephant in the room? Which is good on his behalf, I guess. But when he did, all hell broke loose because it was going down. Savannah's making all of these faces at him because she's just disgusted with him, as well she should be, because come on, why would you do something like that, Parker? Like, that's just childish, honey. And so he's trying to be, it's basically Katie's fault. He wants to blame it on Katie and act like he ain't do nothing wrong. Now, Katie did what she did. Yeah, that was ruthless. That was savage, Katie, homegirl. That was savage. But had she not ever done it, Savannah would have never known. Parker would have never told. And he would have just been getting away with it like he has been in the past. So kudos for her for having the balls to say it, because if she didn't, Savannah would have never known. Now, she probably had her own reasons for doing it, trying to be messy. But when you got your heart kind of broken like that, of course. Now, no, her and Parker was not together, but 4 years and they've been through a lot. You know that, she's feeling something no matter what. And the fact that, homegirl Savannah ran in the circle with them. So when Savannah gets there, it's all that going on. But, Parker and DJ are besties. So DJ got his back the whole entire time. And he's trying to make it seem like it wasn't this, it wasn't that. First of all, he sat there and lied for him when Sav had asked him straight up, point blank, and he lied. But of course, that's your boy. You gonna do that for him. So I can't be mad at DJ for that. But however, if you was all in the mix with the crew, you know something is going to happen. You know it's going to come out eventually. And you going to make yourself looking like the bad guy in some way, shape, or form. But he is his brother's keeper. He had his boy back. Boy code, bro code, all the way. And he's trying to smooth it over for him. And it looks like this is DJ's MO. It looked like he always doing that for Parker. So Parker must be getting to a lot of stuff a lot of times, because this don't seem like DJ is new to this. He seemed like he is true to this, okay? So while he's trying to make it seem better, not only that, you've got Pat also trying to do the same thing, because, they rode together. 3 is a crowd. Stay together. So that's going on, and that causes more situations between the house, because Adamo, he is like, okay, he's not feeling this. He's got his bodyguards going for him, and he don't got to really do nothing. And Pat took offense to that. So now Adamo and Pat are going back and forth. So it's like, oh my goodness, this is too much. So after all that was said and done, it came to the end of the second episode, okay? And at the end of the second episode, here is Parker about to tell Sav that he actually did, in fact, sleep with Katie. So when the episode comes on last night, that's where it started at. And here you see them talking, and you can see that he is trying his hardest not to really go into the whole bid, but he couldn't help himself. So you see him looking like this, and that is him getting ready to tell her. And once he finally do, like I said, Sav, I am here for Sav's faces, because she says it all in her expressions. Like, I am living for it. And she is just like, really, my dude, really? Like, this is what you do. This is what you about. Now, you see her hands, right? It looked like a gun to her head. I'm sure she wish it was to, I'm sure she wants to point that right at Parker. Because, honey, why would he do that? Just childish and more childish. So, yeah, so he finally tells her, and they're going back and forth. She's telling him, like, look, I don't even know how to feel about it. I need to talk to Katie, because I really don't know. I'm just hearing your side of the story. And basically, she can't believe him at this point, because he was kind of not even telling the whole truth the second episode when everything was going down. So how can you trust him? I wouldn't either, Sav. I ain't mad at you. So after all of that, everything seems to be going in another direction, okay? So this episode, it was about Sav and Katie actually finally talking, right? And that's what basically the contents was for the description of this episode. Now, also while that was going on, the boys went and had a boys' day, okay? Now, before we get to that, I also want to bring in some other things that we haven't discussed yet. And that is, first of all, Chelsea and Adamo are besties. Chelsea is Katie's friend, but her and Adamo are besties. Like, they is like really cool. And another tidbit for the back is that Bethania and DJ, they grew up together in high school. Like they were besties in high school or whatever. And they ended up hooking up like a couple months ago. And they guess it didn't really go anywhere, but it wasn't nothing bad. But obviously, he really does like her. She really does like him. But they scared. They scared that it's gonna mess up their friendship. She's scared that he's gonna, disappoint her, and he doesn't want to mess up something that, if it's good, don't try to fix it type of thing. He's enjoying where it's at. But however, you can tell that he likes her a lot more. You see him, saying little poems to her. He loves to be a poet. He loves that. He loves to put that sexual energy with the poetry. And he said, it ain't no snap after. You got to do a butt clap, a butt pat to it. But DJ is really funny. He is good with his words. So he was obviously really good with his words, because also one thing that happened this episode was it looks like him and Bethania did, in fact, sleep together, because I think it was Katie and Adamo in the kitchen. They was talking about it. They were like, did she come and sleep with you guys? He was like, no, I thought she was sleeping with you guys. And so apparently something had happened was, and the kicker is the producers asked him, did you and Bethania sleep together? And this is him saying he will not confirm or deny. Now, the thing that happened after that, he gave a little wink, wink. But I ain't got a picture of the wink, wink. It's hard to catch a wink. But if this don't say we slept together last night, I don't know what do. Now, apparently the thing is, every time there's a thing going on with Parker and Sav and Parker and Katie, she always goes to DJ to feel or touches him or does something. I guess it's to be like, because she doesn't ever want them to have to go through anything like that. Like I said, she's scared that it may be a disappointment. So they're really taking their time, I guess, but hopefully it comes together, because the whole entire crew wants them to be together at some point. And they do look cute together. I am here for it. Oh, what up, Lucas? What's going on? Okay, so these people really know how to party, and when they do, they really get into some stuff. So let's get into the fact that this is Adamo's mother, and she is everything of gorgeousness. Look at her. She is just oozing beauty. Now, here's the thing about Adamo. He has not came out to his family that he is gay yet. I don't even think he know that they know he is stripper. Well, they definitely know both now. So both of Adamo's parents are both religious. I think his father is Catholic. I think he mentioned that his mom may have been Muslim. I'm not sure, but he did mention the word. But they are religious on both sides of the family. So he is very scared to come out and just be himself. And that's all that he wants to do. And him and his mom are besties. So it really hurts him that he can't just be completely upfront with her. But he feels that she would be accepting of him, but he doesn't feel that the family is accepting. And you know how that goes. You can be accepting of your child, but your family will disown the child and you. And he doesn't want that for her, I guess. So it's kind of a thing for him that he is really having a hard time coming to. But however, when he went on the little excursion with the boys, they went golfing and, well, inside golfing, however that works. And he, really broke down to them the whole thing and how he feels. And, this is a very cool group of bros, because they said, whatever you need, we are here for you. We got your back. Whenever you're ready to come out to your mom and your pops, we're here for you. We'll be there for you. No doubt. We got you. And I thought that was really dope. And he really needed that, because, sheesh, it is what it is. And also it was good to see that, him and Pat was sitting next to each other, because they did get into it in episode 2. So they squashed that and everything was good and everything was Gucci, right? So Then the girls went wine tasting. And this was the kicker of the whole entire episode, y'all. Because it was that time that we knew that the girls, Sav and Katie, were going to have to talk about Parker and this whole entire situation going on. Hey, Mr. Mita Joe in the building. Hey, girl. Hey, thanks for stopping by, girl. Yes, so the girls, they are wine tasting, and child, they needed that wine because it was about to be a discussion that needed to be had. So there was a point where they got up, Sav and Katie, and they went and talked. And so you can tell you didn't know how it was really gonna go at first. It could have went completely left. We do not know how that was gonna go, but it actually turned out to be really good. Okay, take a sip to that. Cheers to that, because that could have went any other way but up. So y'all like my chalice? Now I've been trying to find a big one for like the past month, but every time I order one, it's this pint, it's this little dingy thing. Y'all seen that other one I was taking shots out of for the past month, right? Well, this one came and it's a little bit bigger, but it ain't what it's supposed to be. It ain't giving what I needed to give. And so I ordered another one. Do y'all know it was just as small as the first one I had got? I'm done buying these. If I can't see it in person and buy it off the stove, I ain't getting it. So if anybody know where I can get a chalice, I don't know if they sell them at Meijer, Walmart, what. I want a cute one. But if y'all know where I can get one, a big size, like a regular size cup that I could put like 8 ounces in at least, holla at your girl, because I need it in my life. I'm really mad. I am not buying another one of these. So now I got to have a little cup with some so I can pour it in, just in case I drink it all and need a refresher. I am so upset. I really am. I'm done with it. But let's get back to business, okay? So the girls are finally talking. And it goes to commercial with both of them looking like, okay, you're going to start this, how we going to do this? But when it came back to commercial, it was actually good. They found out that they really do like each other. At that, it's a perfect size. I don't think so, because I need more in it. Love it. Thank you, Miss Amita Joe. Thank you, girl. I've been trying. You know, I've been trying sometimes. So the girls are talking. Finally, the girls are talking. Yes. And, you know, at that time, I believe Sav started it off first. And she goes saying, you know, how do you feel? Are you still in love with him? Do you have anything going on, feeling anything for him? And Katie tells her, no, you know, I'll always love him because we have 4 years together. We've been through a lot. And it's just that we always said we would be there for each other no matter what. I don't want him, though. You know, I'm done with all of that. I done went through with him. You know, she's realized that that relationship wasn't really giving what it was supposed to give. And she's over it. She don't want that heartache no more. She good. She Gucci. She Gucci. So she also, you know, let her know, you know, so Sav asked her, so if it's over, why do you continue to be around him and all of this stuff if that's how you feeling toward him? And she made a very valid point, because I was wondering that too. But she goes to tell her and confided in her that, you know, her mother passed like 2, maybe 3 years ago, not sure, 2 or 3 years ago. And I think it was 3. And at that point, you know, Parker's mother became like basically her mother. They grew very close together. And that is Katie and Parker's mother right there. So Parker's mom has basically stepped up to be a mom to her. And so when you in that like that, it's kind of hard, because this woman, that's her son. So it's still that thing going on a little bit. And so I understood that. So yeah, that's what that is about. And it was so cute, because at that point they actually gave each other a hug. And it was like, oh my God, they're actually hugging. It's just so cute to see that because you do not need to be fighting over no dude. It just ain't what it is. It's just not. And so at that point, that's when Sav has confided in her and Katie and told her about, her boyfriend back in the day and how they were together for 7 years and he passed and Parker is the best, closest thing she's had since him and all of that. And Katie felt bad for her at that moment. And then that's when they hugged again. So we got 2 hugs out of this. And they actually hugged at the end of their conversation before they decided to go back and join the other girls. So it was nice and peaceful. And it was just like a moment because you want to get along with the girls. Nobody wants to be on a vacation and not like the people that you on vacation with, especially abroad where you got a situation with your ex. And it just seems to be real funny. So that kind of made Sav realize, I can't trust him. I don't know if I really want to be with him because if this is all he got to give, I don't know. That's when Katie had told her how Parker did her with her ex. And therefore she knew, oh, this is my MO. And she's like, I don't want to be another Katie. That's not me. That's not what she's trying to do. So, and I feel you on that, girl. You don't want that in your life. And at this point, I was talking to someone about this earlier. Now I don't want either girl to be with Parker. Parker, you don't deserve either girl. No, honey, you do not. You've got a lot more growing up to do before you want to take charge of a girl's heart and think that you know what to do with it. Because obviously you don't. Not if you just want to go and get revenge and do your little sneaky links and think you ain't going to get caught, honey. No, the girls ain't doing that for you. So it didn't work out for him in that. So that was just the quiet before the storm. Because the storm came when the girls got home. Yes, it did. At that point, Sav was ready to talk to Parker once again. And it didn't go quite well. So this is him realizing, oh, snap, maybe I ain't going to get her back. Oh, snap, the girls talked and actually got along. Oh, snap, this ain't going to go in my favor. And my boy DJ ain't going to be able to get me out of this one. So, actually, it was Katie. I'm sorry. So, Katie, she went up to him and started talking to him and let him know, like, really, what's the deal? Because she learned some things in the conversation that she didn't even know. Because Sav told her that he wasn't really into her. He just did that to get, back at her. And he told her that he said that Katie is obsessed with him, okay? And keeps calling him and won't leave him alone. And she's like, I ain't about that life. This ain't what it is. And that's how she got mad, went to him and said, can I talk to you for a minute over here? And that's when she had to let him know, like, don't come for me like that. This ain't what it is. And I am not for that. And so then at that point, when they're talking, they get to arguing. So now everybody in the whole entire house can hear them. Okay. So Sav is like, hold on, I hear something. So, and she knows it's got to do with her because what else would it be about? So she goes and joins the conversation and she's like, whoa, what's going on? What do we have here? And that's where you have seen them having their situation when you saw all 3 of them together right here. And so she comes in and she's like, wait a minute. You told me this. You told me that. Keep it real. Keep it 100. And that's where she was like, oh, no, this ain't what it is. Because when they got home, Adamo spilled it all. He let it all out, okay? He told them about what Parker said when all the boys were out. And that's when he told her that when Parker told Adamo that he only did it to get revenge and it wasn't nothing. He don't want Katie like that and all of this jazz. So Katie was like, oh, so he just used me. Okay, well, we're going to have a conversation about this. So that's when she actually went to him. And that's where it all blew up. And she threw Adamo under the bus. Not only all of that, initiated that whole thing. Now she done threw Adamo under the bus. Adamo told her, don't put me in it. I just got along with the guys. They just said they're going to have my back. Don't do me. But Katie did him. Katie did him. Now, I'm sure she couldn't have confronted him and him not knew where it came from. Because DJ ain't going to say nothing ever. And Pat ain't going to say nothing ever. So how else would it have gone? Who else would have said something? It's only Adamo. And so there you have it. So either way, whether she said Adamo's name or not, it was going to come out one way or another. So everyone's just arguing, and Nathaniel's face right here is everything. And they trying to get into it and see what's going on. And I don't blame them because it was hot up in that house. It was like, oh my goodness. Parker is, very entitled and spoiled and getting his way. If it ain't from his parents, his boys got his back no matter what. They there to take him out of any rut that he is in. They 10 toes down for him. I will say that. Parker and Pat has his back. But that ain't right. Because they all supposed to be friends. And now you're putting yourself in a sticky situation. And Parker is putting y'all in a sticky situation. Parker, get your life, baby. Get your life. Mm-hmm. So, when all was said and done, Parker realizes, oh snap, this is my tail. So now Parker has to confront Katie. It was like, why is you throwing me under the bus? I ain't telling you nothing no more. And that ain't what's up. And so she's like, oh, I didn't throw you under the bus. Honey, Katie, you did throw him under the bus. You threw him over the bus and let him get ran over. Now he about to get ran over. We probably gonna see that next episode. Because as soon as she mentioned Adamo's name to Parker giving that look like, okay, now I got a situation with Adamo. Now it's gonna be something. And I just don't know what else to say. This crew, y'all, is giving. They are really giving. I am so happy that they are, because I wasn't sure at first. When you got a spinoff, you're like, oh, they trying to be like Jersey Shore. They're not even, this is something completely, totally different. And it is everything. I am loving the show. I like everybody in the cast so far. So it is really a good thing. Now, I just want to say this before I go, though. I didn't say much about Pat. Now, they don't give much information about Pat on the show. So, of course, I had to go do some digging, be a little nosy. And so I went to his page. And it looks like Pat is either married or in a very steady, long relationship. Because his girlfriend, wife, I'm not sure, just had a baby in, I believe, April. Yes, and beautiful baby, by the way. And she is gorgeous too. His girlfriend, wife, she is gorgeous too. So hopefully, maybe we will meet her on the show at some point. I'm not sure, but I'm sure because she's pregnant at the time it was filming that she wasn't there or isn't part of the crew. I'm not sure. But we gonna find out sure, because we are on episode 3. And it's a lot to still happen, y'all. It's a whole lot to still happen. And I am here for it all. And I am just here for this freaking place. Now, I wanted to take a picture of it in the dark because, it looks different in the dark. And it's even more beautiful in the dark with all the lights and everything. Like, this place is everything, y'all. Just everything. So y'all stay tuned, because it's going to be a hell of a season. It's going to be a lot going on. We got more people crying. We got people going to the ER, all of that jazz. So I believe this is going to be very giving. So make sure y'all come back the next time I review, and we're going to see what has happened with them thus far. Thank y'all for joining me. Please make sure y'all like and subscribe. Please make sure y'all following me on Instagram, because I am the queen of Instagram. Go check my numbers, boo. That's all you got to do. And please follow me on Twitter. You know what it is. It's Kamisha Reviews Crew all day, every day. And let me see this last comment. Good night. I'm going to check this show. Yes, Monique, check it out, because these people right here, I'm telling you. Yes. So there y'all have it. It's about to be some things. Make sure y'all check it out if y'all haven't already, because it is what it is. And thanks for watching. And I'm out this nasty thing.